Hey guys, so I just got back from seeing Founders Day. I'm not gonna make it for the rest of. What did I say to me when I started doing these reviews again? That uh, I was gonna do reviews for the rest of the year and try to review all the movies I see. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I don't, man. I was warned about this movie. I was warned about this movie. I should have took some of the warnings. I mean, it's actually getting a decent reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. I think it's like 49%. I don't know how, but it's like 49% on Rotten Tomatoes, and like that's better than it deserves. Honestly, it like has like a 12% audience score rating. Oh, I can fucking see why. Um, I I didn't even notice it was a fucking thing until like a few weeks ago. They've been doing Monday mystery movies at Regal, and on January 1st they did one for $1. You could go see a movie that you didn't know what it was. I didn't go to it, but apparently it was Founders Day, and well, I can see why it was only $1. If you haven't told to tell, this movie fucking sucked. I thought this movie was. I I can't say. Well, I say it sucks. It's terrible, but I kind of almost don't regret seeing it because this was a fucking marvel to behold. Like, I almost don't regret seeing it because I was not bored. Uh, this movie is really bad. Like, I was told it was really bad. Probably like people are getting like I would see online reactions to people that went to the Monday Mystery movie. And a lot of people said they walked out. I didn't walk out on this because I was like, I gotta see where this is fucking going. Like, but it just kept getting worse and worse, and then it just started becoming funny for me for a while. There's parts of this movie that becomes funny for. This movie is like a movie that felt like if somebody made a bad sketch or comedy sketch about that was making fun of slasher movies, but they forgot to put the comedy in it. Or they just put really shitty comedy in it, um, and it took itself way too fucking seriously. That's what you get with this fucking movie. Like the acting is atrocious. I mean, holy shit. The acting is like fucking amateurish if I've ever fucking seen it. Like the lines in this movie, the fucking dialogue is really bad. Uh, it's hilariously bad, and like part of me was thinking like while I'm watching it at first, I'm like, okay, is this supposed to be a parody or like a comedy? It felt like characters out of like a scary movie. The scary movies, the ones with the Damon or Marlon Wayans and all that stuff. That's all, or Anna Faris. That's what I'm talking about. But if it was done seriously, that's what you would. This is what you would fucking get. Like you would have the same dialogue and people acting the same way. Like you'd see these characters act like in a fucking scary movie. But this is like, what is this fucking movie? There's like there's multiple times I was just like, what? This cannot be real. This is there's no fucking way on earth that somebody put this made this movie and thought it was good. There's no fucking way. Like but also at the same time while I say that, like it almost becomes like Birdemic, like bad, like one of those bad movies that you kind of like cannot take your eyes off of because you're like laughing so hard. Like I did laugh my ass off so unintentionally at some. My favorite two favorite moments in this movie were when when the when the two really annoying high school characters that kept popping up for no fucking reason, like their boyfriend or girlfriend, they're always pranking people, like the guy dresses up as like a fucking serial killer and is attacking a student, like fake attacking a student, and and with a fake knife, and they eventually get detention, which I'm pretty sure you get expelled for uh, pretending to stab a student, but whatever. Um, back in my day, that's what would happen. But uh, they go to detention and they get attacked while they're in detention. And my favorite fucking line in this whole goddamn movie, to which I think it was at this point I just put my head in my hands. I was like, I think it broke. I think the movie broke me was when the girl who has only a bra on is holding her boobs like this, running down the hallway and said, "Sorry, Mister Oliver or whatever, Oliver, I learned my lesson." And I can't even do it justice, like how bad of a delivery she said that line. I put more like emotion into it than she did. Like, what the fuck was that? And then there's the unintentionally hilarious. Right afterwards, there's a death where a character finds the dead body, and it results in the funniest scream I've ever heard in a movie in a while now. And it cuts to the commissioner who says, "Well, I guess we can identify the body." Like, what the fuck? I was like, what am I? I was like, I was determined. Like, I was looking at my pop. I'm like, did somebody drug my fucking pop? Like, is this a fucking real movie? This cannot be a real movie. I'm fully convinced I did not see a real movie. There's no way. No fucking way. Like, and then, like, okay, if you want to know what the fucking plot is, like, some people are like, what the fuck is the Founder? It's a slasher movie where, like, there's a mayoral election going on, and people are being killed off one by one, including people that are uh, part of or family members of the candidates. And, like, even open, like, I should have known, like, because I thought the opening scene was so fucking weird, like, how they fucking hate, how they, especially, like, when the girl runs into town after her friend's been murdered, and she runs into town, and everybody just gathers around her, like a fucking mob, and, like, she's crying, like, "Stop! Leave me alone! Like, you fucking ran into him!" Like, what is this fucking... I was like, that was a weird scene. But that was just setting the tone for how weird the rest of the fucking movie was going to be. I'm like, what is this? And then, to make matters worse, like, okay, maybe it'll have a decent uh, payoff to who the killer is. Even though even though it has the most obvious killer since Scream 6 I've ever. I don't even think Scream 6 still had like I figured out the Dylan McDermott was the villain or was the killer in Scream 6. But I didn't guess it was his two kids alongside with him. This you can figure out pretty much from the get go who the killer is. It's a dead fucking giveaway. There are like two certain characters. One who just pops up randomly all the time on the scene, on the crime scene that like nobody takes suspicion of. I'm like, I guarantee it's that fucking person. And then there's another fucking red herring that like I can only give it away. Like, but it's so fucking obvious that like there's a certain person that make you believe is dead, but you're like, okay, they're not fucking dead. They're the killer. And I was like, I was fucking right. I don't give a shit. I'm fucking. If I'm spoiling the movie, I don't give a shit. This movie's stupid. Don't fucking waste your damn time. I mean, wait till it's on rental. It's like just sit back, and watch this insanity of like. It's like I want You know what? Like, I remember doing that review for Unfavorable Odds, and I gave that like so much shit. I'll say this: there's one positive. There was some decent kills in it. That's about it. At least that they like it was a rated R, a hard R. It was a pretty hard R slasher movie, and it did have some pretty good kills in it. I saw some people compare this to fucking Thanksgiving. Those people are fucking idiots. I'll just say that right now. And people gave me shit for liking It's a Wonderful Knife. I didn't think it was that bad. It's a Wonderful Knife. This is fucking bad. This is way worse than It's a Wonderful Knife. I will defend It's a Wonderful Knife compared to this shit any day of the fucking week. Like, in Thanksgiving is a goddamn masterpiece compared to this. I like Thanksgiving a lot. I didn't review it, but I love Thanksgiving. And I usually hate Eli Roth movies, but that was a really fun movie. Uh, this is just a big giant piece of shit. But it's also an almost kind of laughably bad piece of shit. And because of that, I can't give it an F. I'd have to give it a D. That's like I'd have to give it a D. Like I could say that I would recommend like almost watching it just because of it, like on video, just to laugh at how fucking stupid this movie is, and that this actually got released in the fucking theaters. I don't know how. And it was put as a Monday mystery movie, which is even fucking funnier. Like I don't know. Like I'm not gonna make it for. It's like I'm almost through the month for January, so I'm not gonna fucking make it, am I? With these movies, oh fuck! I'm looking at some of the movies that are coming out. Like I don't know if I'm gonna make it, but yeah, I got two more reviews due. I'm gonna try to do tomorrow. Two movies I'm gonna see tomorrow, which are Origin and The Holdovers, which finally got released into my theater. This is pretty much a weekend where nothing news coming out, so any Oscar nominated movies that haven't been released in my theater are being released now. So I'll be checking those two out and having reviews of those. And until then, I'll talk to you guys later.